All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and our home team. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. He's got that one complete to Darbo. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Toss play to McKinnon. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Trying to barrel up in there, but I don't think he got it. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. On 2nd down, Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Ryan to Sanu, good for an Atlanta 1st down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That'll go as a loss of 5. And it'll be a 2nd and long. From the shotgun, Ryan. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
65. 21. 12, fellas, here we go.
Running game working, they'll stick with it on first down. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Tech McKinley able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on third and long? A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. And Gold is able to put it through. And the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. From the gun, it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. On 3rd and 1, Ryan. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Short throw pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gold with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 16. Back to the air, Ryan after the pick six. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit, and find our way back into this game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Freeman again, a first down carry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out.
There we go.
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Sanu with a grab over the middle. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Hey, let's go.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Now it's Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Now Matt Bryant on for the point after. Oh, he missed it. No good. So this remains a 4-point game. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one taken just inside the 10. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
21. Here we go.
And the first play of the drive goes to McKinnon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
We got 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
12. 6. 21. Flag!
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Now Ryan on 2nd down. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. DeForest Buckner. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
Hey, gun. Go ahead. 21.
Now McKinnon. Open space inside the 10. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Gold to add the extra point. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 24. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Ryan. And this one brought in by Sanu. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll throw on 1st down with Ryan. He sets to fire deep. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the 1st half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the 1st half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
They're going to run this with a tight end. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I think they're ahead of schedule now after that run. They might be bold with this 2nd down call after that type of a game.
Here we go. 21.
On the toss, it's McKenna. And a short pickup here as he'll get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a third down.
I got you.
Play action. Garoppolo. A dump down to McKenna. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he slings one that's incomplete. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more after this. The Niners on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, 6. Flag. 12.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got him in. Complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Garoppolo looking very comfortable running this Niners offense. He's got a 1st and 10. Here's McKinnon. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
12. 11. 11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown 1 interception. Almost threw a 2nd one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
The Niners on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
11.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete. Robert Alford that time on the great coverage. It's not going to end in points, but, you consider where this drive started. You probably label it a success.
I do, and I know that without points, it's hard to say that a drive truly was a success. But think of it this way. Changing field position, maybe giving your defense a little bit of a break.
And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Falcon offense now as they get set to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And the 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know. But all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, you couldn't find a silver lining in this one. Much more like lead.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Go ahead. Here we go, D. Get off the field. Wait.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. This is intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And here now come the Falcons. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Maybe a little frustration starting to creep in. The offensive line hasn't done a great job of protecting him in this game, and there he was, hit again as he threw it.
Yeah, another time on his backside, probably starting to get a little frustrated.
Got to keep his composure. Can't let the defense know that they're getting to him.
On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Get up!
play fake here on first down. He completes it to Julio Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, his second touchdown on the season. And the Falcons draw a bit closer. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Dan Quinn's told his offense, let's try and get 2 more.
Ready, 25.
Here's Ryan. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down. McKinnon fitting in nicely as the feature back in this 49er offense. He's back there again now on first down. Right back to him on first down. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Go ahead. Hey, go.
45. Mike, 45.
I got you.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D.
Go ahead.
Sim, watch the sim.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Room to run inside the 40. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. That one's good for 35 yards on the ground and a first down.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Here we go. Hurry up. Here we go. Hurry up.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
First and second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Check.
Watch 85. Ball go 11. Hey, go. 21. Here we go.
Garoppolo. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Tech McKinley in there to drop him for his second sack now here tonight. And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. And Gold is able to put it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 23. To throw is Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a handoff. It's Freeman. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
3rd and 2. Now Ryan. It's caught. Jones. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
I know at retirement ceremonies, a rocking chair is often one of the major gifts, but don't give this guy one just yet. He may be plus 30, but my goodness, how about that effort?
Yeah, he's not that old. Hey, I'm on the wrong side of 32.
You okay? You feeling all right?
I'll be all right.
Okay, good.
I just need some chocolate and a box of tissue. They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Ryan now off the bootleg. Yeah, now the ball comes loose. And this is going to be 49er football. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Check 99.
The drive starts with a handoff to McKinnon. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
I got you. Tighten up. 12, fellas, here we go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Back live here now in Salt Lake City. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the fourth and final quarter. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Right back to him on first down. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
He's had a big game tonight, and while no one's going to be overly concerned about that last play, you also know that the offense coordinator does not want to see that happen again. They want to get back to doing what they've been doing all game long.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Hurry up! 2.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. It was Ricardo Allen there on the coverage.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
The Niners on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Gold is able to put it through. And that will bump the lead up to 11. So that's a big one. Obviously, Charles makes it a 2-score game. His 3rd field goal of the game, able to knock it through.
Yeah, not exactly free and clear yet, but as a defense, you get to play a little bit looser, don't you? Because you do now have a little bit of a margin of error, don't you?
Now it's Gold after splitting the uprights to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. He finds an opening past the 40. And finally brought down at the 31-yard line. A big run there by Freeman. 44 yards. And Freeman, not sure if he was a surprise exactly, but he sure took the NFL by storm.
Well, when you talk with his team, they'll tell you they saw this coming. They knew he had the talent. They were just ready to turn him loose on a full-time basis, and he took full advantage of it.
And now one of the most electrifying runners in the game today. On first down, Ryan. And my goodness, another interception. Reuben Foster picks him, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It can be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Go ahead.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Hey, come on.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
Flag! Go ahead.
They run it with McCannon. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
The Niners on third down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This time it's 3rd and 3.
13. Hey, go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45.
By 20.
McKinnon. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Tackle made by Devondre Campbell. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Go ahead.
Hey, switch gears. Take 4. You got tight right there.
Hey, go.
Rush it.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8.
Hey, we got 4.
21. Here we go. 21. Hey, go.
Here again is McCammon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10.
12, fellas, here we go. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11, 11, 11. Go ahead.
Now Garoppolo. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Ryan on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Reuben Foster picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in the game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They run once more with McCammon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the home team here,
You